All right, well, you completed Growth Track 101, 201, and we're about to get started on 301. 301 is our discovery portion. This is where you discover your personality and you also discover your spiritual gifts. So this is going to be really, really exciting. If you already have downloaded your handbook, I want you to take a moment to look at it because there is a personality test that you're going to be taking, and there's no right or wrong answers. You're just discovering your own personality. And then also there is a spiritual giftings test. It's no right or wrong answer, but this would help you to discover your personality and your spiritual gift. So make sure you thumb through that. I'll be talking about some of those things as I teach. And so we're going to get started. Our hope for you, or the goal of this class, is to discover how your design helps to reveal your destiny. So you want to discover how your design can help reveal your destiny. Number two, you want to discover the amazing purpose that God has for your life. Okay, let's go to the next portion here. Discovering your personality. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be examining 4 personality types. And if you look at your handout on page 29, it talks about what the D stands for. And then you can look on page 34. It breaks it down that the D stands for a person that's dominant or direct, task-oriented, and that the I stands for a person or a personality type that's influential, interested in people, that's witty. And then the S type stands for a person that's steady and stable, analytical. And then the C type personality stands for a person that's compliant, that's competent, that's task-oriented. And so when you look at these pages and you review it, then this is the test that you're about to take to discover, we call it the DISC test, to discover your personality type. And you may be a combination of some, which is good. There's no right or wrong answer, okay? So make sure you do it so you can discover it. And it'd be fun to discover what's on the inside of you, your bent, how God made you. Number 2, elements that help to develop your personality. The elements that help to develop your personality is your family history, training, mentors, and then life experiences, whether public or private. These 4 things help to develop your personality. Okay, discovering your spiritual gifts. It says in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1, it says, "Now about spiritual gifts, brethren, I don't want you to be ignorant." In other words, God wants you and I to know what's on the inside of us. So spiritual gifts, let's talk about what spiritual gifts are not. Spiritual gifts are not natural aptitudes or natural strengths or abilities. They're not character traits. They're not about titles or positions. It's definitely not for show. No, it's for God's people, okay? So that's what they are not. And so as you go forward to take your giftings test, which is for your personality first, is on page 28. So make sure you answer those questions, and then you put your totals in each one. And then at the end of Growth Track 301, it would have you to put in the total that you have, and it would determine your personality type. And then you can go back and read in detail the different personality that you have. It has a description of each one in your handbook on page 29. So go through and read it, and then go through and read your different spiritual gifts. It would break it down, and you would begin to share with other people and let them know. And once you discover your spiritual gifts, take time out to develop it. And you develop it by reading materials on it, and you also develop it by using it, okay? And so Once you get done with that, you have completed Growth Track 301. Make sure you complete this form at the end, your Discovery 301 information form. If you haven't chosen a ministry to serve in yet, you can still do that. Make sure you complete that 301 form so that we know that you attended this class online, and email that to growthtrack@familylifelynchburg.org. Okay? And so I look forward to talking to you in our last Growth Track class, which is 401. God bless.